Welcome to the Winning Daily Podcast. We got a great show today. First, we're going to start out with some soccer picks from the EPL, La Liga, Serie A, and the Bundesliga. And next, then we'll have some Aussie Open picks, and then we're going to go to our man Dynamite David and do some college basketball. He also has a nice two-team parlay in the NHL for us. So overall, a big day for the February the 12th and the 13th. Let's start out with some EPL picks. We're going to ride Burnley, draw no bet, plus 125 versus Crystal Palace. We really like Burnley here. Crystal Palace will be out Wilfried Zaha. And if you've looked how Crystal Palace plays without Wilfried Zaha, this might be one where Burnley can sneak a win here. And plus 125 with draw no bet. Really like that play there. Next, we're going to go to the Aston Villa game, and we're going to go Aston Villa to win. Both teams to score plus 340. Aston Villa and Brighton should be a really entertaining game. Aston Villa has been really great to watch and threaten the top seven. Maybe they can get into some Europe. Brighton is always exciting to watch. So really think this game will be a really nice game to watch. And I do think both teams will score. Brighton certainly has a mistake or two up their sleeve every game for Aston Villa to capitalize on. And though Aston Villa's defense has been really, really improved from last season, I do think Brighton will be able to work their way into a goal here. So I really like the value of Aston Villa to win. Both teams to score at plus 340. Next, we'll go to the big game on Saturday. Tottenham versus Man City. We like Bernardo Silva to score a goal. Plus 350 and 2-0 exact score Man City versus Tottenham at plus 575. Do think Man City will probably dominate. Tottenham do think Jose will go into a really, really deep formation and just let Man City have the ball, try to counter, and Man City will chew up Tottenham there and easily get the win there. So I think 2-0 is a nice score there. And I do like Bernardo Silva to get a goal in this one. Next, we'll switch out to La Liga. And Barcelona, Alaves. I think Barcelona will be down, especially coming off a loss in the Copa del Rey to Sevilla. So they have a Champions League game versus PSG, which I think will be much more important. I think their top four status is probably pretty secure in La Liga. So I don't think they'll be gunning for the top of the table in La Liga. And I think this one will be a rest one and try to get past PSG, especially now with Neymar hurt over the week and not this weekend. So I like Alaves here. We're going to go with Alaves, both teams to score minus 115. Alaves, not a really great scoring team, but Barcelona's defense is really, really poor. So they definitely will score on Alaves, and I think Alaves will be able to slide one past Barcelona. So I think there's pretty good value in the minus 115. We lost Joselu to be a goal scorer here, plus 333, and we also like the double chance of tie Alaves plus 260. So those are our three picks in that game. We really like Alaves here, and we're going to try to capitalize here on we think a Barcelona team coming in not quite as focused as they need to be. Atletico Madrid, however, does not have a Champions League game this week, so I think they'll come in and dominate a very poor Granada team. Atletico to win nil plus 165, I think really has some nice value there. Next, we'll go to the Bundesliga. Dortmund to win, both teams to score plus 130. And then we're going to ride Erling Haaland here for a definite big game of scoring. Erling Haaland, 2 goals plus 225, 3 goals plus 750. So we think Erling Haaland will rack up some goals here for Dortmund and really like that. Dortmund, both teams to win plus 130. Erling Haaland, 2 goals plus 225, 3 goals plus 750. We'll next move to Hertha Berlin, draw no bet, plus 115 versus Stuttgart. Stuttgart has played pretty solid all year. I just have liked the way Hertha Berlin has looked in their last couple games. They did lose their last game out, but I think they're coming on, and they do have some talent on that team. So I think if they can put it together, I really like this Hertha Berlin draw no bet getting plus 115. And next we'll move to the other side of Berlin in Union Berlin, and Union Berlin to win, both teams to score versus a very, very poor Schalke team. I know it's dangerous to take a Schalke team to score, but they have been a little bit better on offense. Union Berlin tends to give up some goals and be pretty lax on the defensive end. So Union Berlin to win, both teams to score plus 260. Really good value there. And lastly, we'll go to Serie A and the big matchup on Saturday. And we're going to ride Napoli here, plus 290. Juve will also be playing in a Champions League game, and Napoli, which has been both hot and cold all year long. We think we're going to get the hot Napoli here. Napoli plus 290 versus Juventus. They'll be up for this game. I look for him to maybe sneak the upset here, and pretty good value in the plus 290. All right, those are our soccer bets for Saturday. We'll be back Sunday and have a handful of more soccer bets. We got some Aussie Open action as well tonight. 3 picks on the men's side. Raidu Alabat plus 5.5. He cost us the other night. We're going to ride him this way versus Casarud. Definitely like that 5.5. He won in straight sets the other night. So I think Raidu will be a pretty solid bet today, plus the 5.5. Gregor Dimitrov plus 260 versus Dominic Thiem. Gregor always has a pretty solid skills. Can he get his head together to win it? I don't know, but I thought the 260 value first dominant thing was a pretty good value here, even though definitely if Gregor gets down on himself, you probably got a losing bet there, but I thought 260 was pretty good value. And lastly, we're going to do the handicap on Novak Djokovic minus 3.5 versus Milos Raonic, and we just think Novak will cruise here. Pretty good value on the 3.5 handicap here. So those are our soccer and Aussie Open picks. We'll go to our college basketball man, Dynamite David, and give our college basketball picks. He also has a 2-game parlay in hockey. So really exciting. On to basketball. Hey, and welcome to the Winning Daily Podcast. We're here for February the 13th, a surprisingly big slate of college basketball games for Friday night. So, Dynamite's with us. Are you ready to pick some college basketball?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a good slate. I've only got 4 picks, but I really like them.
All right, start us off. What do you got in the college basketball slate tonight?
All right, for today, February 12th, I'm going to start out with a Conference USA matchup with, yet again, my favorite team in basketball. But I hope I don't bring some bad juju on myself, because I'm going to pick against the Rice Owls tonight. I'm going to take Western Kentucky minus 9.5 tonight. Western Kentucky is probably the second best team in Conference USA, and Rice really struggles on the road. So I like Western Kentucky minus the 9.5 at home.
I was very curious how you were going to ride this game out. I saw it on the slate, and I was like, I think his Owls are probably in some trouble this week.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Rice really struggles on the road. If this was at home, I would take Rice in the points here, but at Western Kentucky, I don't look for them to keep this one even close. Next up, we're going to go to the ACC, Clemson versus Georgia Tech. I like Clemson here minus the 3.5 at home. Georgia Tech is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. Georgia Tech won this last matchup earlier in the season, and they were on fire in that game from 3-point range. They hit 16 3-pointers, shooting 59.3% from 3 in that game, which was actually better than their 2-point percentage in that game. So I don't see them doing that again, and Georgia Tech is struggling offensively on the road, so I look for Clemson to cover the 3.5 at home. All right, so now we're going to head back to Conference USA between a matchup of another 2 big teams in that conference. Louisiana Tech minus 1.5 versus the number 1 team in that conference right now, UAB. I like Louisiana Tech here. UAB is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 versus Louisiana Tech. And Tech is really good defensively, only giving up 65.9 per game. And UAB is only scoring 62 per game in their last 3 road games. So I really like Louisiana Tech minus the 1.5. And for those last two stats I mentioned, I'm also going to take the under 134.5 in this game. I think this is going to be a low-scoring defensive battle, and I like the under here. And to help kick off our new rebranded podcast of Winning Daily, I'm going to step out of the college realm, and I'm going to move into the NHL tonight for some awesome action. There's only 2 games. I'm going to take both of them. I'm going to do a 2-game parlay, taking the money lines. I was looking at NHL, and this year, home favorites have been winning over 70% of their games. But guess what? I'm taking 2 road favorites tonight, but I'm going to take the money line. I'm going to take the Bruins to win at the Rangers and the Blues to win at the Coyotes. I'm getting plus 169 on that parlay, and I really like that bet.
All right, nice. Some hockey. You've entered a realm where not even I will bet. So a 2-game parlay of hockey for Dynamite David mixed with his 4 games of college basketball. I have 5 games tonight. We're going to start off with Iona minus 4.5. I was really torn here. Iona literally has not played since December 23rd. The last time they played was a win versus Coppin State by 20 points. They had started to get some rhythm and looked pretty good, Rick Pitino's bunch. This spread is really, really low compared to what Manhattan is as a basketball team, but some of that might be because they are bordering on 2 months of not playing. I did not want to take it, but with the spread being 4.5 and it should be sitting somewhere between 7, 8, or 9, I sort of just had to take it. So I'm going to ride the Iona Gales with 2 months of non-playing tonight, minus 4.5. We'll see how that turns out. Next, we're going to ride Florida Atlantic, plus the 4.5 versus UT San Antonio. These teams are pretty much even, and really, I think Florida Atlantic probably is a little bit better than UT San Antonio. So getting 4.5 points, I thought there was pretty good value there, even if Florida Atlantic is going on the road. Next, we're going to go to a nice matchup in the Big West, UC Riverside versus UC Irvine, 2 of the top teams in the Big West other than Santa Barbara. So this should be a really good matchup, and we're going to take the home side here. UC Riverside getting 1.5 points at home. These 2 teams are really pretty good. Riverside coming off wins versus Bakersfield and San Diego. Irvine just lost a game to Bakersfield, so just like that nice 1.5 points they're getting at home there. And then we go to the big game of the day, St. Bonaventures versus VCU. We're going to stick with the Bonnies here. I wish this spread was a tad bigger, but 2.5 points for St. Bonaventures. I'm going to ride St. Bonaventures here. They played about almost a month ago on January 20th. St. Bonaventures won by 16, so I think they have an advantage in the matchup. The Bonnies only 2 losses this year, 1 to Rhode Island on the 30th of December, and they just lost to St. Louis, who's starting to regain their form. And lastly, probably one of the worst games of the night, we're going to take Western Illinois minus 5.5 versus Denver. Technically speaking, Western Illinois is on a 3-game winning streak. Those 3 games are North Dakota and 2 wins versus Nebraska, Omaha. So a lot of teams would be on 3-game winning streaks. But Denver coming to Western Illinois and only having won 2 games all year long, I'm going to ride Western Illinois and the 5.5. Those are my 5 college basketball picks. I have 1 NBA pick today. That's the San Antonio Spurs plus 2.5 versus the Atlanta Hawks. Really like the Spurs, have been a really solid road team. West teams going east have dominated the Eastern Conference. So getting 2.5 versus a very porous Atlanta Hawks team, I look for the Spurs to be able to pull this one off, especially with the way Jonte Murray and Derek White can guard up Trae Young. All right, be sure to follow our show on the Greenlight Network, Greenlight Network on Facebook and YouTube. Where can we find you, Dynamite?
You can follow me at GLN Dynamite _D.
I am GLN Champ 5. That's our show, and we're out.